Grand Cru about to rejoin his field. And with that, and with all eager anticipation, we will join our commentator for the RSA Chase, Richard Hoyles.
So it won't be too much longer. The runners preparing to form a line. And they're off and racing for the RSA Chase Grade 1 contest, 3 miles, half a furlong, joined together. And also handy Cannington Brook on the run towards the first, which they all negotiate safely. Grand Cru is under restraint at the rear of the field, and the early pace not that frantic, joined together with Stamina Assured is being sent on by Ruby Walsh to lead by half a length from Cannington Brook. In third place is First Lieutenant on the outside of Mr. Moonshine. Bobsworth on the outer of the first of the Greys Walk On. Call the Police comes next ahead of Lambro as they all take fence number 2, and Grand Cru settled perfectly okay early on at the rear of the field. So now they'll turn and face the next line of fences, the first of which is number 3 and another plain one, and join together, leading with Cannington Brook early on. Mr. Moonshine towards the inside. First Lieutenant is handy towards the outer as they take the first of the fences away from the stands. Lambro was a little scruffy, but only a marginal error as they head on towards the water jump, which will be number 4. Joined together and Cannington Brook cutting out the running. Bobsworth on the inside of First Lieutenant and Mr. Moonshine. Walk on the inside of Call the Police, Lambro and Grand Cru. So heading on towards the next, which is the first of the open ditches. Joined together will come in and soar over it in front. A big leap there. Mr. Moonshine didn't pick his feet up quite so well in midfield, but no serious alarms on the jumping front early on in this year's RSA Chase. Joined together from Cannington Brook as they step over the next, and again all over well. First Lieutenant up on the outside of Cannington Brook. Bobsworth is on the outer of Mr. Moonshine as they prepare to take a left-handed turn, and then behind these Lambro towards the inner with Call the Police. So on towards the next, and over in front, joined together. Didn't see quite such a good stride there, but Cannington Brook was worse, and Cannington Brook was out-jumped by First Lieutenant and Mr. Moonshine. Lost a couple of places as a consequence, but at this steady pace, not too much damage done. Walk on the inside of Bobsworth. Grand Cru still awaiting race at the rear of the field. So now they'll run downhill for the first time and join together. Ruby Walsh cutting out the running, leading from First Lieutenant, who's keen in second place. They haven't gone a blazing gallop through the first circuit here. Bobsworth quite handy up on the outside, getting a sight of this next fence taken on the descent. Mr. Moonshine will be in fourth as they rise at it. Grand Cru still under restraint at the rear of the field, would still be the back marker, but would only be about 7 lengths off Joined Together and First Lieutenant, who's racing quite freely now. He's got a share of the lead. Bobsworth is next as they'll prepare to turn back towards home. So just about a complete circuit under their belts. Mr. Moonshine in fourth. Walk on the Grey is in fifth within 3 lengths of the lead. Cannington Brook, after that error, has been shuffled back in the field to 6th. Lambro in the beige jacket, Grand Cru and Call the Police, but despite being at the back of the field, they're still well in touch, as Walk On was a little awkward on landing over that. So shortish run between these next two. First Lieutenant, the maroon colours on the outside of Joined Together. Grand Cru is beginning to make progress through the field, jumped past Cannington Brook there, and now amongst horses is taking a keener hold. So well bunched with a circuit to travel in the RSA. Joined together, the two-tone green colours racing on the inside of First Lieutenant. Bobsworth towards the outer in blue and red. Walk on the Grey from Mr. Moonshine as they take the next fence. Call the Police comes next from Grand Cru, Lambro, and Cannington Brook is the one that is struggling at the rear of the field and being ridden along, but the other runners are well grouped, and so far all of them travelling well within themselves as they head on then towards another plain one. First Lieutenant on the outside of Joined Together, then Bobsworth as they step over the next with Walk On, Grand Cru travelling in about 5th or 6th place on the outside of Mr. Moonshine. Then comes Lambro and Call the Police towards the outside, so still very well bunched indeed. This is the water jump for the final time. First Lieutenant Joined Together with Bobsworth, they are the front 3. Walk On comes next from Mr. Moonshine. Grand Cru's moved through into 6th place. This is 6 from home. The penultimate open ditch, First Lieutenant over in front from Bobsworth, poised there on the outside. Joined Together's having to be just pushed along to retain a share of the lead. Walk On in 4th place, Grand Cru in 5th with Call the Police as they take another plain one, at which Join Together was out-jumped as the Principals are working their way to the front here, as Bobsworth and First Lieutenant lead Walk On, Grand Cru and Call the Police. Join Together, been outpaced at this point, is now back in 6th place as they prepare to turn towards the open ditch, which is 4 from the finish. Bobsworth on the outside of First Lieutenant. Over in 3rd is Grand Cru, stalking the leaders every move. Walk On is in 4th place, running a big race. Then in 5th is Call the Police. They're a few lengths clear from Mr. Moonshine. Lambro Join Together can't go with the Principals. So running downhill, Bobsworth and First Lieutenant, for both winners, of course, of respective staying novices at the festival last year, lead last year's World Hurdle runner-up Grand Cru. Walk On is 4th place. Then Call the Police ahead of Mr. Moonshine as the leaders well bunched race towards the 3rd last. Grand Cru nosing amongst First Lieutenant and Bobsworth. Walk On right there on the outside. That's 3 from home in the RSA. Bobsworth, Grand Cru and First Lieutenant, the 3 big guns in the market, have all been produced to hold every chance, and now the title well and truly up for grabs. Bobsworth on the outside, Grand Cru in the centre. First Lieutenant sticking to his task well as they turn towards the 2nd last. Grand Cru is being ridden along and could be the first of the 3 to crack. First Lieutenant leads Bobsworth into the straight. Grand Cru back in 3rd, then Call the Police. 2 out in the RSA. First Lieutenant with Bobsworth drawing alongside the 2 of them. Going on now from Grand Cru, who has no more to give. Bobsworth and First Lieutenant together at the last, but it's Bobsworth who's faster away. He leads by a neck. First Lieutenant sticking on gallantly on the far side. Bobsworth by half a length from First Lieutenant and driven out. Bobsworth will win again at the festival and win the RSA. Bobsworth saw off First Lieutenant. 3rd place goes to Call the Police. Grand Cru only 4th. Walk On next, head of Lambro home in 6th.
2 festival heroes of last year serve us up a thriller as the Great White Hope is eclipsed. Bobsworth, Henderson and Geraghty again, no tougher horse in training, and right back on point to win the RSA at his beloved Cheltenham. What an admirable horse this is, and what a classy horse he is as well. Travelled, jumped, with style and speed.